Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled, Why the Briskers, the Soloveitchiks family, Go Crazy, by Mussaf of Rosh Hashana. So when I say go crazy, of course I mean in a good way, not in a bad way. So what do I mean by go crazy? So of course, every halachic Jew knows through Chazar Hashat, throughout the year, when a person is listening to the Chazan of Shmona Esrei, you're supposed to listen, you don't talk, you're not supposed to learn, you stand up. And when he repeats Shmona Esrei, 365 days a year, at Shacharis and Mincha, everyone is supposed to be listening to the Chazan. And we have Kedusha, we have Amen, we have Modim, Rabbanan, we have Bechas Kohanim. But something is very different comes Rosh Hashana afternoon, or morning, whatever you're saying, Mussaf. Because the Gemara at the end of Rosh Hashana says that we have the tkiyos, 30 sounds that we blow to fulfill the mitzvah of the shofar according to all different opinions. And then you have tkiyos during the Seder HaBrachos. That's referring to Mussaf. And some Shitas felt in the Gemara's times, they thought that, when I daven Mussaf to myself, I'm sick, I'm in the hospital, I can't go to shul, so I'll daven Mussaf and I'll put the tkiyos into my Mussaf. The Gemara says, no, you can't do that. It's halacha in the tzibor. When the Chazan says Shmona Esrei, either everyone together like the Sfardim do, and during the private Shmona Esrei, or during the Chazar Hashatz, like the many of the Ashkenazim do, during the Chazar Hashatz, the Chazan repeats Shmona Esrei, and when he gets to Machis and then Zechor Shofars, we blow at those three junctures. So the Gemara ties the two together. According to the Soloveitchiks, the Grizz, and the Briskers, what they maintain is the only way you fulfill the mitzvah of hearing the tekiyos during Shmona Esrei is if you hear the Shmona Esrei. You heard the Mussaf. And if you didn't hear the Mussaf, then the tekiyos that you're hearing are not connected to your Mussaf that you're hearing. So as opposed to the rest of the year, if you had to run out to the bathroom, you missed the Chazan when he said Slach Lanu, okay, you missed it. As long as there's a minion listening, it's fine. And then you had to go out. And your baby was crying, something happened. Hatzalah call, whatever it is. So you didn't hear every bracha of Chazar Hashatz. But the Chazar Hashatz went on without you. During Rosh Hashana Mussaf, if you missed a bracha of Mussaf, then that bracha that you're hearing, that's what allows you to fulfill the mitzvah of the shofar, which is intrinsically connected to the tefillah of Mussaf, to the brachos of Mussaf. And therefore, if you miss the bracha, you missed the tekiyah. So they're very makbid. If the Chazan is singing, and then you don't hear a word of Chazar Hashatz, they're going to be very, very careful about that. As opposed to the rest of the year, it's important that he says, it's important that the kila hears it. You need to have a kila to hear it so that it's a bona fide Chazar Hashatz. It's not because each person needs to hear every bracha. It's a different phenomena totally. So therefore, that's the nature of the stringency of the Briskers, and that's why they're so mocked. But as opposed to Rav Moshe Feinstein, he said, if let's say you missed the shofars early and now you're davening Mussaf, or you're not doing Shachas, whatever you're davening, you know Shmona Esrei, and you hear they're blowing, so stop Shmona Esrei and listen. What do you mean? But you didn't hear the whole Chazar Hashatz. It doesn't matter if Moshe is not mocked with the way the Soloveitchiks are. The Chazon Ish was not mocked on that. So it's a very interesting experience for the Briskers on Mussaf of Rosh Hashana. It's a different Chazar Hashatz than the rest of the year. And whatever Shita one goes to, may Hashem accept the Kol Tkiyos and the Kol Tfilos of Am Yisrael, Rosh Hashanah, and all year long. Shalom.